Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well and that you're all having a great day to start things off. Users of the Trust Wallet, the official multi-asset wallet of Binance, will have access to depositing and storing XRP, the exchange announced on its official blog. Additionally, the wallet now supports credit card payments as well. They said, "We want to increase access to crypto and decentralized applications for all users. Adding credit card payments is one piece to further cryptocurrency adoption and realizing our larger vision in helping to bring the freedom of money. And we will continue to integrate more blockchains and features to Trust," end quote. Trust Wallet, acquired by Binance in the summer of 2018, will play an important role in the upcoming decentralized platform, their Binance DEX, which is expected to arrive in a few months. I think at this point it's probably around 2.5 months, if not 2 months. The wallet has evolved from being an Ethereum wallet to supporting multiple platforms and assets for a total of 17 blockchains. The wallet includes Tron and EOS support, as well as allowing direct access to distributed apps. So they're slowly trying to roll things out. I mean, Binance is doing a lot quicker than other cryptocurrency platforms. It's nice to hear whenever they do end up adding something, because other platforms that could have added things a lot quicker or still, I mean, it kind of is what it is. I lean towards using Binance a bit more than any other cryptocurrency platform because of the coins that they offer, and also because they don't wait months to add something. They just kind of announce it, and then it kind of is already on there. Let's move on. Next up, the U.S. Secretary of Commerce has appointed a representative from leading enterprise blockchain software firm R3 to the Trade Finance Advisory Council, or the TFAC. Secretary Wilbur Ross has named Alisa DiCaprio, head of trade and supply chain at R3, as a member of the TFAC, or TFAC. DiCaprio joins 20 other newly appointed leaders in commercial banking, finance, and trade, including reps from Standard Chartered, MasterCard, First American Bank, and City National Bank. R3 has developed over 300 members and partners across multiple industries to develop on Corda, its open source blockchain platform, and Corda Enterprise, a commercial version for enterprise use, to build a commerce network that records, manages, and executes institutions' financial agreements in synchrony with other members. Here's a pretty photo right here from the actual, I guess here's the tweet from R3. R3's Corda Settler, which supports XRP, has been testing the use of digital assets in Blockchain Pilot, which includes 50 banks, in order to increase liquidity, improve settlement speeds, reduce costs, and digitize legacy systems that move money from cross-border transactions. R3 has also partnered with leading incumbent global financial messaging system Swift to explore blockchain integration. I think Swift said something a day or two ago that they are still not going to use XRP. I'm still kind of 50-50 on that. I mean, I mean, not even just the tinfoil hat part. It's more like if around 300 banks hadn't lied to us over the course from 2014 to 2018 that they weren't getting into cryptocurrencies at all, and now they're rushing headfirst to get into the cryptocurrency space. You telling me that you're not going to use a cryptocurrency, doesn't even have to be XRP, for your actual platform, doesn't mean that you're not going to use it, or that you already don't have plans to use it. The most important part is that R3 is very large and becoming larger in the cryptocurrency space. They're known for their support of XRP, and that they're going to be integrating XRP payments into different banks around the world. Which banks yet, we still don't know. But the other cherry on top is that the U.S. Secretary of Commerce has added a member from R3 to their Trade Finance Advisory Council. You can kind of see where this is all going. I told everyone to pay attention to exactly, like, this news like this will typically be swift over, no, that's not a word, like breezed over by people who maybe just don't get it, maybe don't understand it, maybe just think that the news isn't as important as it may seem. The fact that we have so many people from the Ripple team or the R3 team, what have you, being pushed into different like banking partnerships and stuff like that, or like sitting on advisory councils around the world, you can kind of guess where this is all going. Like, you don't sit on an advisory council for no apparent reason. Like, you clearly are important enough that you would sit on the same exact chair, desk, table as people from MasterCard, First American Bank, and City National Bank. You kind of connect the dots and you kind of see where this is all going. Anyway, let's move on. Next up, Lumens is in the news. The stellar Lumen has just become the latest cryptocurrency to be listed on Coinbase's professional exchange. Coinbase Pro announced on Wednesday that it was accepting deposits of Lumens, with trading support coming once sufficient liquidity was established. The process will take a minimum of 12 hours, according to a blog post. The cryptocurrency is not yet available on Coinbase's retail platform, including Coinbase.com or its Android and iOS apps. Stellar was started by Ripple CEO, co-founder Jed McCaleb, with Lumens aimed at being part of a low-cost payment network. The main purpose of Lumens was to try and be used between banks, but it appears that they're trying to do the same exact thing that Ripple is now doing, where they're trying to figure out other ways, because what have you need your coin to have really get out there. You can't just have it being used by banks. Anyway, it's nice. One, it's nice to hear that Coinbase is finally adding another coin. Two, it may just be on Coinbase Pro right now, but what we've seen before from Coinbase is that for some reason they decide to add coins on Thursdays. Rather, it says announced Wednesday. Today's Thursday. We'll probably get Lumens directly on their like normal platform. I want to say sometime next week, and then probably they'll roll it out on their apps as well, if not at the exact same time like they did for XRP. Very nice to hear. The only ones that people have been waiting for now are Kin, which is kind of not a problem because they should be able to add that because it's an ERC20 token, and they have supported or have integration capabilities for all ERC20 tokens. It's EOS, and I think that was like and Cardano. Yeah, so it's Kin, EOS, and Cardano that people have been kind of like waiting for the most, and then everything else should hopefully trickle onto the platform. I mean, I'm actually shocked at how quickly that they actually managed to announce and list Lumens on Coinbase Pro. I assume that that sufficient liquidity will be met within the next day or two. I haven't looked, but I'm pretty sure that the price of Lumens is definitely up based on this information. Anyway, let's move on. Next up, a circular on crypto-related provisions that regulates financial technology institutes appeared recently in the official Gazette of the Federation. The Bank of Mexico has published a circular, thus introducing new regulations for the crypto industry. Almost immediately, crypto exchanges commented on the rules. Volabit CEO Tomas Alvarez discussed with Bitcoin.com the new regulation, stating, "A few years ago, a law to regulate fintech companies was passed by the Mexican Congress. This law stipulates that services that hold custody of users' fiat money or cryptocurrencies had to apply for a license issued by the Mexican equivalent of the SEC. He continued that the same law also tasked the Central Bank of Mexico, the Banco de Mexico, with the responsibility of determining which cryptocurrencies were authorized to be offered to the public by these regulated companies, and gave the Bank of Mexico 12 months to come up with a secondary law to establish some kind of framework or list of authorized cryptocurrencies. Without reading through the entire thing, you can see there's a lot of text that comes around here. I can't remember the specifics, but it's like they're allowing it, but they have a very tight grip on it. It appears that you still have to apply for some type of a license. If you do not have this license, you are doing so. You are trading cryptocurrencies illegally. Once you obtain this license, you would not have the authorization to list any cryptocurrencies, making it legally impossible to operate an exchange in Mexico with the fintech law in place. So there doesn't seem to be a stipulation as to exactly which coins are legal within Mexico. It appears that they all are, but you have to kind of get a license. And I assume, as we are not, I assume this is not the entirety of the law, just these little gray boxes right here. That is probably something a bit more intense and probably a lot more stipulation. However, it is nice to hear that it is actually finally legal, that their country came out with the law. It's kind of, apparently, it wasn't even like something like, not officially official, but it was kind of like they kind of just threw it out there and everyone is kind of like jumping to kind of read and see exactly what it has. Apparently the public can comment on the law until June 5th, and everyone in Mexico is kind of saying that apparently it probably won't change much because the law is apparently already official once it was published. So I maybe they're just looking for feedback over the next couple of months. So if you are in Mexico and you are looking to kind of put your 2 cents in and tell them exactly what you think about the situation, I don't think it's going to change. I think many countries kind of, what the laws and regulations that we're getting right now are kind of, it is what it is. And I assume over the next couple of years, things will change once we see the crypto industry start to change and more money kind of flows into it. Hoping that it doesn't become more restrictive, but that's kind of just how things are depending on where you are in the world. there was a poll that was done, and I think it's actually kind of interesting. It says the crypto community is an opinionated bunch. That is an understatement. Everyone has their favorite coin, be it Bitcoin or an altcoin, and investors love to share and defend their opinions with other crypto enthusiasts. There's someone on Twitter, where's his name? Dave the Wave, had a poll, and pretty much he was trying to figure out exactly how many people, like how people diversify into cryptocurrencies. A quarter of them said that they go only for BTC, which is not really that surprising. I think about a quarter of people are pretty much Bitcoin maximalists. 10% only into alts, which is also kind of interesting because I personally have told people that I think it is a mistake to not at least own a portion of a Bitcoin, like a 0.01. I think that might be a good option for the future. Not financial advice, I have to say that. But it's interesting to see the actual rundown of how people invest their cryptocurrencies. I think it's kind of weird that there wasn't like a 50-50 option, maybe because you only have 4 options on the poll. Even for me, it's kind of like I don't know, it's like a 55-45 type of thing. Like I try to lean more into getting more Bitcoin, but altcoins are too alluring. Like if Bitcoin was the only coin, obviously I just have Bitcoin. But because XRP, Ethereum, EOS, I guess to a lesser extent Lumens and Cardano all exist, and Kin and Omise Go, and I mean there's just so much out there that I'm kind of gunning for. I think it's kind of weird to, I don't know. Everyone has their own opinion, especially, if you all are all in on Bitcoin. I don't know. We always see altcoins outperforming Bitcoin, especially when the market does go crazy. And a lot of people, I remember one of the main things that people were kind of doing in 2017 is that they were investing into major altcoins simply to be able to like sell them when the price of those got really high, because you would then have more Bitcoin than you would have had if you had been exclusively in Bitcoin. I don't know. Kind of interesting. To kind of finish things off, United States Commodity Futures Trading Commission, or the CFTC chair, J. Christopher Giancarlo, has said that the agency's fintech innovation hub, Lab CFTC, is the regulator's internal stakeholder in a landscape of exponential technology change and market evolution. Giancarlo made his remarks during his last appearance as CFTC chair before the 44th Annual International Futures Industry Conference on the 14th of March, that is today. In an address entitled Improving the Past, Tackling the Present, and Advancing to a Digital Market Future, Giancarlo is expected to be replaced this year by U.S. President nominee for the CFTC chairman, Heath Tarbert, assuming the latter's confirmation. In his remarks, Giancarlo identified the disintermediation of traditional actors and business models as a key factor that challenges existing regulatory models, isolating blockchain and cryptocurrency as 2 key phenomena that are transforming today's markets. To respond to the challenge that this exponential change poses for federal regulators, the chairman noted that a cornerstone of the CFTC's approach was the establishment of its own internal stakeholder, Lab CFTC. According to Giancarlo, Lab CFTC, which launched 2 years ago, has had over 250 separate interactions with big, small, and small innovators, conducting lab hours across the U.S. and internationally. I like to see news whenever we have stuff like this. I spoke about this yesterday as well, where people kind of not agree that crypto is going to make it, but when they kind of announce that crypto is something that is transforming the world, I think a lot of people try to downplay this, especially depending on which news outlet you look at. You may not hear a lot about cryptocurrencies or none of it at all, and I think that's a bit of a shame because it's fairly clear, especially if you paid attention to any of the last videos that I've made, exactly what's happening behind the scenes and where all this money is kind of flowing to, and it's going to the bigger institution. It's going to the major world stock exchanges. So it's nice that we know that crypto is transforming the world, but it's nice to hear it's not praise, that we are being recognized within the industry as something that is legit and that is going to continue to transform the world markets that we have right now. To kind of finish things off, quick side note, my computer, the one that I've been using I had this thing for about 2 years, completely broke down. It just doesn't, there we go. Doesn't really work at all anymore. I tried loading my browsers. It didn't load. I tried loading everything. So I had to buy a brand new computer. And this is why when I made a video yesterday, I tried to mimic the actual sound frequencies and stuff like that I had on this on OBS, which is my screen recording software. I couldn't get it correct because my other computer died. Made the other video. The amount of people who made fun of me because I didn't have the right sound quality was out of this world. I did not expect that many people who have been watching the channel for a very long time would make fun of me. Or first of all, it's the same microphone. Same exact microphone, just my computer died. So I had to spend money, a lot of money, to buy a brand new computer that I knew wasn't going to crash, that I knew wasn't going to die. I have a brand new setup. It looks completely insane. It's all brand new, new screen, new everything. But yeah, so that was what happened yesterday. I tried to write a note. I don't know how many people actually saw it. It comes up as a notification on YouTube, where I tried to explain. It was kind of late. I was already tired. It was a very long day. I was working with my computer for about 2 hours. Not this one, the other one, trying to get it to work, running virus scans. I think it ran about 4 or 5 of them. None of them worked. Have no idea what happened to it. The computer is completely gone. So I now have a brand new computer, and this is where it will be from now on. As of right now, prices aren't doing anything crazy. Stellar's obviously up because of the announcement. A lot of people are expecting, once again, that if we don't have increased momentum from some of the top coins, that this coin will eventually kind of slink down. Same exact thing happened to XRP. I mean, Stellar was also expected to be listed to Coinbase for quite a long amount of time. Not exactly sure what took Coinbase so long, but it's nice to hear that it is finally going to be on their platform. No other coin is really up at the moment, unless there's like an anomaly happening somewhere, like Bitcoin Diamond being up by 12%. When was the last time you heard anyone use the word Bitcoin Diamond? Anyway, I think that is definitely going to do it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you all are having a great day, a great morning, a great afternoon, a great evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be. I really do hope it's absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching and listening. I do appreciate every single ounce of your support. As always, a very special thank you to my Patreon supporters. They are Vlad the Impaler, Gil Boa Snake, Rai, Brady Niels, L. Doug, Arthur Yaku, Professor Wally from Gunbot University, Nick Mangialavori, Travis Haynes, Yasha Harari, Anthony Charles, Nick Kanaya, singer-songwriter Mike Savitz, Wise Night Owl, Joey Carafa, Crypto Joe, Jim Gardner, Jared Schneider, Jeremy Fox, Amy Starsheen, Richie Rich III, Jeffrey Ramsey, Cody, Carl Birchenoff, Paxis, Jeffrey Dam, Nicholas One Earth, One Piece, One Love, Setsuna, Minting Coins, and Cryptnotic. Thank you all very much for your generosity. I do appreciate it.